नाज़रीन अस्सलाम वालेकुम। लीगल नॉलेज के सेगमेंट में मोहम्मद आलम आपके साथ हाज़िर है। आज के प्रोग्राम के हवाले से आई विल टॉक टू यू कि व्हाट आर द टाइम लिमिटेशंस और हाउ मच टाइम डू आई हैव टू मेक अ क्लेम if I got injured in a slip and fall accident, or if I involved in an accident, car accident, and I need to make a claim. So I'll quickly talk about slip and fall first. In a slip and fall accident, generally it all depends which property that you fell and you suffered injuries. If the property is owned by a city, take for example, if you're walking on a sidewalk and you suffered some injuries, you slip and fell as a result of an icy condition, your claim is against city. And if your claim is against city, you only have 10 days. So city of Mississauga, Brampton, take for example, city of Toronto, you have 10 days. There are many other cities that's 10 days. There are some cities where you have limitation period for or time to put a notice to the city, 7 days. So we have very limited time to inform city and put a legal notice on city about your injuries. We as a lawyer, I see on an everyday basis people suffer serious injuries. They are in hospital. Some people require surgery if they have fracture. So first 7-8 days or 10 days are crucial. Families are involved. Obviously, they are in hospital. They do not even think about what to do. And our job through this, for the series of videos and series of this program, to provide those knowledge. So at least if you have the knowledge, you can share with your fellow community members. If you see somebody has involved in a slip and fall accident, you must tell them that you only have limited time, 10 days. If you have not put a legal notice to the city within 10 days, you may lose your right to even sue city or make a claim against city. Very tough deadline. In that scenario, obviously you need to immediately, or if you are injured and you are in hospital, even your family member can consult a lawyer. If somebody from a family member consult us, we get authorization from client and we send immediate legal notice to the city to protect your rights for making a claim, to protect your rights for the injuries that you have suffered. And once the notice is served on city within the prescribed time limit, then your rights are protected. Then your lawyer can run your case. So it's important that we keep this in mind. Many times you would not know this property is owned by city, or it's owned by a non-city owner, which is a private owner. You may be thinking, for example, a school property. You do not know, is this owned by city or is this owned by somebody else? In all those scenarios, in all those situations, you should not be guessing, because your guess could be wrong. We as a lawyer, when a victim or family contact us, and if we are retained, we immediately do searches. We immediately try to preserve evidence, and based on the search result for the ownership, we would be very quickly able to find out who owns that property. So sidewalk, for example, sometimes it's very easy to determine. Some sidewalks, snow cleaning responsibility is on the private owner. Sometimes city. It is very difficult to ascertain. But we as a lawyer, we will be able to make that decision and recommendation and find out that information. So for slip and fall, you have to be very careful. You have to put immediate notice. If you don't have access to lawyer, you should at least make sure that you write some sort of information to the city, and you have some sort of proof that you have informed to the city about the location of your fall and what kind of injuries you have suffered, so they can investigate. Now we talk about car accident. You're involved in a car accident, how much time you have? In car accident, again, you have a limitation period to making an accident benefit claim. You have to submit an application for accident benefit within 30 days. In case of a tort claim, a claim for pain and suffer against negligent property owner, you have 2 years to sue. But that really does not mean that you have to wait for 2 years, or you have to wait for a year and then you start your case. And even with the 2 years limitation period, there are things that needs to be done before 2 years. Proper notice to the other party, to involving other parties' insurance company, preserving evidence about your medical document, many other things that needs to be preserved, and putting a claim as quick as possible is important. So the key is, when you involve in a car accident or slip and fall, in both cases, you must ensure that you consult a lawyer as soon as possible. In slip and fall, obviously before 10 days. And car accident, even obviously within 30 days or within that 30 days should be fine. But again, as quick as possible, consulting a lawyer or retaining a lawyer to know about your rights. So your lawyer can contact insurance company. If insurance company needs any information or documents, your lawyer can review that request and see what important information that is required to process your claim. Because insurance company, in my experience, can ask a lot of information that's not even required to process your claim. But once you have a lawyer, it is your lawyer's responsibility to review those requests and make a decision which information is required to be provided to insurance company. With all these things in mind, if you have your, any other situation that you are involved in, if your time limitation has passed for your claim, for any other questions or legal thing that you really need to know or get some knowledge, feel free to consult our office. Our office and our lawyers are available to provide those information to you. With that, I will we'll come back with some other legal knowledge question next week. Thank you for listening.